Hey guys, I'm back to another video, and today I will be showing you on how to spot fake Nintendo handheld games, specifically on DS and Game Boy Advance, and I'll show you later on the Game Boy Advance, but let's get into DS right now. So, it has recently come to my attention because I bought a copy of Tetris DS, $10. I was like, yeah, that's a good deal. Bought it from Plain Trade. You know, they are a big chain in the US. They sell and trade, and you could trade in your old retro games as well and stuff like that. So they're a big chain. I was like, alright, so I'm good. And then I realized that my copy wasn't working. I was like, that's awfully strange. So I went back, bought another copy. The guy was about to give me an identical copy to the one I just bought at the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. So I was like, okay, because the reason I bought a second copy instead of just returning it and, you know, asking for like a different one, or like exchanging for a different one or whatever, is because when I bought it at the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, no receipt. They did not give me a receipt, so I pretty much lost $10. So I went back, bought another copy. It was actually $20 this time because the original price is $20, and while I was at the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, they marked the price in half for their DS, Xbox 360, and PS3 games. So I was like, alright, it's a good deal. Might as well buy it now. Did not realize that there were fake copies of Tetris DS. So instead of me rambling on, telling you about my life story, let me just get into exactly how you can identify and what you should do if you're in a certain scenario. So, obviously, these games look official right now. You know, they look identical. And when you open them up, alright, first off, the case is different. Alright, so this case is obviously a darker black, if you can tell. Also, it just feels cheaper. Like, it doesn't feel like a good case. Nintendo DS logo is not on the side, and then when you open it up, since that's not there, obviously something else will not be there. The Nintendo print right on there, that's not there either. So this is obviously a third-party case, which is fine. I don't care about the case, but what about the game? So the game, let's just compare and contrast both of the games. So, just put them right there. The one on my left is the fake copy. The one on my right is the real copy, or the official copy that Nintendo released and basically made, kind of. So, as you can tell, the colors on the cartridges are a bit different. Now, why is that important? Because that shows you that the label was manufactured somewhere else, or this is a variant or something like that. On top of that, look at the numbers, or not the numbers, the letters I should say. NTR YTRP USA. This is the bootleg one. NTR ATRA USA. This is the official one. Now, why is this important? Well, Nintendo is smart when it comes to making games. What do I mean by that? When you go to back of the box on both of these copies, there's a code on the side of the barcode. This code should match on the cartridge. This obviously doesn't, with the label being cut weird and the colors being all distorted and stuff. Then when you look at this one, it's a complete match in heaven. So obviously, when you buy yourself a copy of a DS game, you should watch out. You should be careful, especially if it's an expensive title. I'm not sure if they made fake Pokemon Diamond games and stuff like that, but when you go to like a GameStop even, or like just like a used store, you know, if you go to a flea market, thrift store, whatever, make sure you check the code. Make sure you check the code, because if you don't, you can end up with a bootleg copy like myself, and then if you buy it at like a thrift store or a flea market, you can't return it most likely, unless they have some sort of return policy. So, and if you sell retro games, if you're planning to sell your games, especially DS and Game Boy Advance, be sure to show the cartridge. So this is on how I would do it. If I were to sell my copy of Tetris DS, I would show the front, I would show the back, and then I would open it up, show you the inside just like this with the cartridge sitting in there. Then I would take the cartridge out and give you a nice up close look on the cartridge, so you could see the numbers distinctively, and you could see if I'm selling an official copy of Tetris DS or not, because this game seems to be very common in terms of bootleg DS games. So, what happens if you want to buy a copy of Kirby Nightmare on Dreamland? And it seems to be a bit beat up from use and stuff like that, but you don't know if it's a bootleg. I'm not sure if Kirby games have been a source or like ones that have been attacked by the bootleg, but just look at the game, and again, Nintendo puts the code on the cartridge. So what do you do now? You can look up a cover scan of Kirby. Just type in into Google on your phone. If you see this at like the flea market or garage sale, go on your phone, go on your smartphone, type in Kirby Nightmare on Dreamland cover scan, and then hopefully you could find one with the back on there, and then look at the number on the back, and I'll show you that right now, and these match the exact same. So obviously I have myself an official copy of Kirby Nightmare on Dreamland. Hooray! So now I can buy it for whatever price they're asking, or whatever price you're willing to pay. You can bargain a little bit. So now you know that you have an official copy of Kirby Nightmare on Dreamland. What you can also do, obviously you can't do this in front of the seller, but if you're still questioning whether or not it is a bootleg, you can open the cartridge up, and normally I believe the chip for the Game Boy Advance games should end around the middle. Bootleggers, they obviously don't know that, so they make the entire chip the cartridge. So yes, that sucks, but it's whatever. I'm not sure whether or not the chip on these DS games are a lot bigger, because if I rip this apart, I'm obviously not going to be able to put it back on without some glue or something. So that is on how you spot fake Nintendo handheld games. And as far as I know, this has only occurred with the DS and Game Boy Advance games. So now you know, when you're buying a game online, especially when it comes to Tetris DS, you can either ask for pictures or just look for one with pictures of the cartridge itself, especially the cartridge itself, because if it's just a picture of the box, you don't know what's in there. You don't know if it's this copy or if it's this copy. You do not know. So you could either ask the seller for pictures, or you could just not even attempt, especially if the price is way too high. So those are my thoughts and just basically tips, and hopefully you got a little bit of education from this video on how to spot fake DS/Game Boy games. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. It lets me know that you guys really do like my content. If you guys want to see more videos by me, I put new videos up every Saturday. I also have a bunch of videos on my channel, so you can go and check that out as well. Subscribe, put new videos up weekly. Every Saturday I put a new video up. So be sure to go and subscribe if you love video games, because I sure as hell do. And that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. Now see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers.